On Mark Hamill's official Facebook page, he posted a video of a collection of scenes from all the Star Wars movies edited together that tell the story of Luke Skywalker and the Jedi. It's well edited and honestly moving. It's more moving for me to watch as I consider the state of Star Wars and its future. I've thought a lot about Star Wars since The Last Jedi came out. I've watched hours of video essays, and I've wrestled within myself about this particular form of pop culture at the moment. I don't think any other franchise has come close to movie perfection and movie failure like Star Wars. Like literally everyone, I grew up with Star Wars and its influences. I watched the VHS version of the original trilogy, sat in theaters for the remakes and prequels, watched the Clone Wars cartoon series, played Star Wars video games, and while I still wouldn't consider myself the biggest fan of Star Wars, I have, deep in my heart, a huge adoration for it. So watching this video for me was kind of an eye-opener, prompting me to just write the best I could about Star Wars. The theme of the video I mentioned is that failure is the greatest teacher, and right now for me and a lot of people, Star Wars is failing. In The Last Jedi, Luke says I can't be what she needs me to be. And I truly believe if we were to think of Luke as a stand-in for the current Star Wars franchise, then I think this is true. Star Wars can't be what we need it to be anymore. But the question is, what did we need Star Wars to be? As I pondered the answer to that question, the first word that popped into my head was security. The only image I could conjure was Star Wars as a security blanket in a world that can feel insane. And I think this is the problem with the most recent Star Wars movies for me personally. They are movies that want to move forward but are completely stuck in the past. The Disney Star Wars movies give me whiplash. I never really know what they want me to feel anymore about their universe and characters. Like, honestly, what happened after The Force Awakens? Like, I get that some people don't really like that movie because they feel it's a remake of A New Hope, but it felt like a movie that had learned from every aspect of what had come before it. It gave us halfway decent characters, really cool sets, and honestly a great foundation for everything moving forward. Everything after The Force Awakens has just been so meh. And honestly, I don't mean to be negative, but everything with Star Wars right now feels aimless, which is disappointing because we live in a post-MCU world where everything is planned and set up. Not that this is the ideal way things should be done, it's just how it is right now. Star Wars has always been this lightning in a bottle that has coalesced into a pillar of modern Americana. But times have changed, our Americana has changed, and most importantly, we grew up. We met our heroes. But maybe we're asking too much from our media. Maybe because of the high regard in which we have held Star Wars, we have forgotten the here and now. We forgot the lessons that Star Wars tried to teach. We forgot to become what we were taught. We forgot to hope, care, love, fight, and most of all, fail. Not only fail, but learn from our failure. A part of me used to find solace in what Kylo Ren said about letting the past die in The Last Jedi. For a moment, it felt like the bright light of hope that I wanted from Star Wars, but I realized that I missed the point. So clouded by what I hated in that film, not stopping to see what I could learn. Kylo Ren was wrong. We don't distance ourselves from the past, we grow from our mistakes, we learn from them. And maybe in my own little way, that's how I'll reconcile with Star Wars as a fan of it. Acting and living on what made Star Wars so special, but understanding that moving forward is not leaving the past behind, but improving upon it. Solo, The Last Jedi, and Rogue One are not the end of Star Wars. Each movie has some of the best Star Wars moments to date, but also some of the worst. They have been divisive and have made me think a lot about why I like what I like. And for that, I can sort of appreciate them. Although the future of the Star Wars franchise is sketchy, and honestly I don't know if it'll ever get better, I do know that Star Wars, no matter what form it takes, can still teach us something. And maybe for me personally, that's the hope I can have for the future of the franchise.